Good morning, dear children. Welcome to SST class. Today, we are going to continue lesson number 12, Natural Disasters. Before this video, in the first two parts, we have studied about what are natural disasters. Then we have studied about floods and droughts. Today, we will study about earthquakes. Sometimes the ground shakes violently. This is caused by the sudden movement under the earth's surface, which is known as earthquake. In it, the ground shakes violently. The earth experiences thousands of earthquakes every year, but most of them are so small tremors and we do not even feel them. So earthquakes occurs when the plates under the ground, they used to shift from one side to another. So that shaking causes earthquakes. Now our earth, it experiences many earthquakes every year, but most of the earthquakes are small tremors. Tremors means they are small shaking of ground which we do not even feel. Now to measure, to feel an earthquake, it is difficult to predict an earthquake. It can occur without any warning. Like for other, we can say natural disaster, for flood and droughts, we have some gradual signs that, for example, if it is raining a lot, that means it may cause flood. Or if there is no rainfall for a very long time, for many years, then it may occur, it may cause droughts. But earthquakes, they suddenly start shaking and we cannot predict them. So they come without any warning. Now here in this slide, I'm going to show you the picture of a seismograph. Seismograph is an instrument which is used to record earthquake tremors. So it is an instrument which measures that how much earthquake has occurred. So the tremors, that means the shaking of the earth, is measured by the seismograph. The magnitude or the intensity of an earthquake is measured on the Richter scale, and this scientific study of earthquake is known as seismology. The instrument is known as seismograph, and all the procedures by which we use to understand all the phenomena of earthquake is known as seismology. It is a kind of a subject. So I have told you that the magnitude or the intensity of an earthquake, it is measured on Richter scale. Now Richter scale is the unit to measure earthquake. Like for other things, like for distance, we use kilometers to measure. For weight and mass, we use kilograms and grams to measure. In the same way, the magnitude or the intensity, that means how much an earthquake has occurred, is measured by a unit known as Richter scale. Richter, Richter scale. And already I told you that all the scientific study of knowing about earthquakes is known as seismology. The place of origin of an earthquake is called the focus, which is under the ground. So, and below the earth's surface, where there is a lot of, you can say, the origin of the earthquake, that origin is known as focus. And the point which is directly above the focus and which lies on the earth's surface is known as epicenter. Epicenter is always placed just right above the focus. The effect of an earthquake is maximum near the epicenter. So wherever the epicenter of the earthquake is there, it will cause the maximum damage there. The Himalayan region experiences frequent earthquakes. Earthquakes also occur frequently in Japan, the Philippines, and around the edges of the Pacific Ocean. Now let us discuss about some of the precautions which we can take during an earthquake. So whenever there is an earthquake, we should get out of any of the building in which we are and we should move to an open area. Like if we are in school, we are in a house, if we are in a mall or anything, if you feel sudden shaking of the ground, you should come to an open area. Next thing you can do is you need to stay away from buildings, trees and power lines. So it is very important that if we may think that we should be near a building or a tree, they may save us, but during an earthquake these things can prove to be very crucial. We should be away from them. But if there is a condition that you cannot come out of a building, then what should you do? You should sit under a very heavy table if we are trapped inside a building and we cannot go out in an open area. Whenever there is an earthquake, we should use the staircase and we should avoid the lift during and immediately after an earthquake. So you should not use a lift even during and also after an earthquake. So that is all for this video. In the next video, we will discuss some other natural disasters. Hope you have understood it. Thank you very much.